Hello, hello. Welcome to another round of Working Session. This is a supplementary video series to my podcast, Too Many Open Tabs, where I share stories and lessons as a first-time entrepreneur. This video series is where I just build in real time on some aspect of my business. If you are a builder, I want you to grab your laptop and let's work together for the next 44 minutes, okay? In this session, what I'm focused on, getting everything in my head and in my notebook onto my computer, and then figure out how to systemize it, whether it's creating databases or templates. Not only am I making a content management system, I want to set up systems and workflow so my entire business operations is not as taxing, because doing all this admin stuff, manual stuff, oh my gosh, it's painful and it makes entrepreneurship less sexy. I think the sexy part is being able to work on cool projects and meet new people and not all of this other thing. So in my mind, I'm telling myself pain in the short term for success in the long term. This morning, I actually signed up for a free Notion account. So I have to think through, how am I going to use Notion and Claude together? Let's switch over to Loom and I'm going to show you some of my early thought processes and where I'm going with this, okay? Let's get started. Ready? Go. So I have already watched a few videos on how people set up their Claude and Notion system together. Because a lot of people here, let me show you what I mean. If I look up YouTube right now, a lot of people, they'll connect Claude to, say, their Higgsfield AI. I've seen a lot of that one. I've seen Claude and Premiere connections. I've seen a lot of that. But not a lot of people, I feel, talk about Claude and Notion together. So I did watch, I have not watched this one yet. Okay, Grace, I will take a look at that one later. Okay.
As the Power
Claude user, I want to see what her chapters are first. Grace is actually a really good person if you are getting into AI. I think she films some really interesting videos that make me think. So, okay, I see she has an intelligent workspace, use the MCP. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of people create content calendars in Notion and just hook it up to Claude that way. Dashboard, workflow, okay. Knowledge repository, design operational system. Okay, I think this is a really important one. So I know that this was filmed 9 months ago. So yeah, I will watch this one. I will show you some other ones that I did watch too. So Jeff Su, who's another educator in this tech space that I really enjoy watching. Him, I like a lot because not only does he show you how he does things, but he also talks through his thought process, which I think is super, super important in whatever you do. But specifically, when you're thinking about systems, you really have to think about how that system is going to work. Where a lot of us people, we just want to just do the thing. Let's get to the result. Yeah, but how fast, If you force your way through and just do it really quickly, yes, you get there, but is it sustainable? Is it scalable? That's what systems are for. So I learned a lot from Jeff Su. This one is, he went through how he organizes his life in Notion. Really good video where he talks about, let me show you these chapters real quick. No more planning paralysis, frictionless action taking, intuitive structure. Yeah. Anyways, I highly recommend looking at Jeff Su because he is a very good teacher. There's a couple of other AI people that I really like listening to because they make me think. This is another Jeff Su video. I'll tell you why later on. Okay, there's this one. And then I did watch another video from this creator that I came across today. His channel is called
from reading our emails and reporting on what's happened.
His thing is called Systems Made Better. First time watching his videos today, I also found it super fascinating because he also goes through his train of thought, and he has a lot of really great takeaways. So even if you didn't purchase his work, you still get a lot of value from his videos. And so as I was watching Jeff, and what is this person's name? I don't even know yet. Whisperflow video chapters. I wonder. Now I need to know. Simon. Okay. So between Jeff and Simon, I really got to see how users implement Claude and Notion together and where their systems may differ. The context that they give to Notion versus Claude are pretty much the same. It's just the way that they go about it is a little bit different. So I was like, one thing I was considering today, fast track your AI system, because Simon does have my Claude and Notion OS templates there. But when I open it, it costs a pretty penny right now. $89. Actually, that's not that bad. Complete Life OS, $102. Tasks, projects, goals, habits, ideas, and knowledge. Because they just really use Notion as a second brain. Exactly the same thing that Jeff does. Currently 30% off with Life to Launch. Okay. Let's see what else he writes in here. Ooh. Notion agent yet. Over blah 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 and it's been revolutionizing how we work. Yeah, so I actually did get one of his this is like a freebie that he created, which is called Your First Steps to Building an Agentic Business. And so I'm still in the middle of it. Right? And here's what it is. You spend your day answering the same client emails, searching for that document. Your systems have to handle the repeatable work, which is exactly why I am focused on this right now. In his video, it was the first video that I really got to see someone interact with Notion AI. That's not in a YouTube short. So let me show you what Notion AI is. So right now I have the free version, right? It's a trial of Notion AI, which I haven't even looked at my Notion account yet. You got basic forms, basic sites, Notion calendar, Notion mail. Cool. I actually used Notion when they first started. So at that point in time, they didn't have calendar, they didn't have mail. It's been so many years since I used Notion, which is why I was like, let's start with the free version. I will also say, I started with the free version because I sometimes am a little bit too trigger happy on my credit card. And I just want to be a lot more thoughtful and evaluate things in a more holistic way before I go, yeah, I definitely want Notion Agent. Although I will say, I do think that is the route we're trending on. But we're trying to make the most of free and trying to understand what and how I'm going to use it. Okay. And then I actually opened this one, which is from Jeff. He also has something you can purchase, which is Build Your Command Center in Notion. So when I was watching Jeff's videos and Simon's videos, I started thinking about, okay, which system suits me better, right? And I think it is Jeff's, but I'm still a little like, I'm not willing to spend, it's $280. Yeah, but let's take a look at what he offers. Command Center Action, this is a preview. Make time building your daily focus system, power of relations. He talks about all of this stuff in YouTube videos, right? So that knowledge is already out there. So that's module 1. Module 2, from blank page, command center, daily focus system, tasks, task management, notes, progress check. I think I could do that pretty quickly. Projects, database, relations, visual views, progress check. He talked about all of this in videos. So it's really the question, do you want to spend time creating your own, or do you want to spend that money and you have a really, really strong foundation to build off of? Mastering areas, foundation of ongoing responsibilities. This one is like pretty interesting because I haven't looked up how, if I didn't look up whether he has a deep video talking about this, but I already have an idea in my head, and then putting everything together. All right. I think I'm not going to purchase it right now. I think if things get really, really dire, then yeah, I will do that. Okay, I'm gonna close this. He did give out one freebie, which is his notes database. It's actually not difficult. He actually sent out this entire thing, how to get started with Notion without losing your mind. And he has these dashboards where you can literally like copy and then move it into your own, which is amazing. Life OS for Notion by Jeff Su. Let's see how he builds this out. So that's his own website. Great. Wait, that's really cool. Read it first. Nice. Oh, I like the way he sponsor a YouTube video or LinkedIn post. That's a really strong call out. Wow. Why I do what I do. Let's see. Who am I? Full-time product marketer, part-time YouTuber, and definitely not a control freak. Okay. I'm hiring. Video editor. I'm gonna send this to my friend. Oh my god. I'm gonna send that to my other friend. Wait a minute. Okay. let me take a photo of this. Let me ask my friend real quick. Ooh, that looks so weird. 儿子 I have a question for you. 所以我现在在 building my own business systems and stuff, and I came across this person on YouTube that I follow a lot. 他现在在招一个 translator, a bilingual translator who can proofread existing Chinese subtitles. 他好像也会在小红书还有哔哩哔哩发视频, and 他想要找一个人 based in Shanghai. Yeah. 你要不要我发给你啊？你可以看看。All right, moving on. I will save that real quick. Wait, where am I? Okay, Jeff Su. It's got workshops. Oh, never mind. Very cool. Efficiency labs. Ooh, this is a very... Hi, friends. YouTube gear. I'm so curious about his YouTube gear. Set a realistic budget. Spend that budget on audio, lighting, lens, camera in that order. Oh. See, if this is the kind of stuff that you can tell this person provides value. Because it's like, this is not important to me. But this is how he makes decisions. And he tells you why. Shouts out people very freely. Remember, people are willing to sit through bad video, but never poor audio. Very true. I hope this one's okay. Oh, you know what I should do? Damn it. Hold up. I need to figure out if I can, like, hook this. Wait, maybe I can. Okay. Next video, I will do a, 13 minutes has passed. Damn it. All right. Okay, so this is my actual workspace. This is the to-do list that Notion, like when you create an account, Notion starts off with. This is fun. I'm going to rename. No. Me, go away. Can I make myself even smaller? Yeah. Okay. Rename. I'll just go. Because I may not use this. Okay, in order to build these systems, what should I do first? I think I'm going to do very similar to what he has, which is that shared command center. So this is his command center. You have a quick links, weekly view, notes view, and his command center is like copy URL, share site. Well, how do I just make a duplicate? Wait a minute. Where did you go? Where would you like to reject all? Okay, hold up. Where would you like to... Huh? Come back. Shared command center. Duplicate. Okay, so I have two. I just wanted to add to private, and now where are you? Ah, there you are. Okay, great. Template has been added to your workspace. I see there's agents here, so this must be the AI agents. Show up, hi, customized sidebar. New agent. Introducing Notion agents. Maybe later. Okay. I'm going to set up my system first, because what I understand of agents is you can essentially have it create certain things. You can pull from multiple AI models. So like for me, I only purchased Claude AI, but they also can tap into OpenAI's models and maybe some Gemini. I think that's what I saw from Simon's video. But I'm not going to worry about that until later. And here's like the most important part, which is there's so much information out there. Sometimes you just gotta stop consuming and be like, I gotta do something about it now. Okay. Juliet's command center. That's fine. Private. Tasks view. If you not directed to the external site. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he created this. So I can just duplicate this as well. Once you start creating the tasks, add to private. And then I am going to... No, this will discard your previous manual sort in. Wait. No. Where'd you go? How? Oh, wait. Oh, here. It's just hidden. Okay. Command Center, Task View, To-Do List. I think in his... Damn it. Task View Notion. I will just come back to this Command Center. He also has a Notes view. Which is great. How do I do this? Okay. Shared Life OS. Did I create a task view? I did. This is a calendar view. And then, oh, I should also make sure that this command center, okay, this will be my first time trying it. Space for AI. Oh, well, I don't want to use AI right now because I don't have it set up. I think you can add tasks and link to page. There you go. And then that little icon is that. Okay, I'm going to take his database and his notes database, task and notes database. Let me check this. I think this is essentially the same thing. To do and done. But he has, okay, I think here it is settings, layout list. There was one that was like property, conditional color, source. You can link it to a database. I wonder if source and reference is the same thing. I think there's another one. AI autofill. Huh? Automations. Oh, cool. What are these buttons? Damn. Minimize. AI autofill. How do you AI autofill? Dependencies, connections, turn into tasks. Are to-do list and tasks not the same thing? Set up, see all your into a task database. Okay. Manage data sources. Learn about data sources. Database, data source, database pulls on a data source. And you got a page. Let's just take a look at his again. So he has a task. He has a task name, has a due date. I don't know what that is, which I think might be a little better than this to-do list. So I will cancel, move to trash. Great. Copy this. Yes. And then I will also just, since I know I want it, notes database, and I will just copy this. Yeah. Great. Let me. He also has a lot of great pictures, so. Okay, I just want to find no more planning paralysis. Yeah, he has a lot. He has like, today, what do you have to do? I wonder what page this is on. Yeah, okay. He connects it to his calendar. He has projects out there. That's totally fine. He has a lot of quick action. So he has new idea, new friend, new prompt. Database only. What does that mean? What is a new prompt? Okay, but this is under frictionless action taking, which is a very interesting point, because what I have experienced for myself is that sometimes I will have a lot of ideas, content ideas that I want to film, and I just need to capture it really, really quickly. I can either do that in a notes, or I think it would be in notes, but it would not be a prompt. And then I have to build out that way. Okay, so what I need to do now is actually, this part is like the easier part because it's less stylized. I just have to work with Claude and tell them, hey, I'm building out my Notion command center and system for both of my businesses. I'm going to give you all this information, take it, and I want you to organize and create a structure. I actually kind of started doing this because I was thinking through whether I should actually use Notion or not. And the reason why I ended up saying, hey, I'm going to test out Notion, but I have a hunch that it's where I'm going to end up using and actually spending some money on, is because I did build out partial content management pieces in Claude Cowork. They were just not as helpful for me. And it was really hard to like look at something and refer to it, because when I work, I don't think that I will just automatically go to AI all the time. Sometimes I really like talking into notes. That's why I still write a lot of stuff down. Yeah, but you can't even see. So what I ended up thinking about the other day as I was editing a video, I started writing down the types of activities that I would need to do every single time, or that I find myself capturing and doing over and over again. So some examples are track content ideas based off of based off of platform. Oh, I wrote that wrong. So Oh no, sorry. Based off of content form. Is it a video? Is it a podcast? Is it a blog? Or is it Pinterest? And depending on the form, it can impact what that idea is, right? And then I have, it's important to capture guidelines for each platform. I'm talking about YouTube aspect ratios versus Instagram aspect ratios. What are those changes? All of these social media platforms are changing the way they do search. For example, if you remember, hashtag used to be a thing in the olden days, but it's less so now. And then I also say, okay, we have to create a template for briefs, and then create the video, and then translate certain things into Chinese. And then I have to be able to capture notes after I release a project to say, hey, I thought this went well, this needs to be improved on, all of that stuff. In addition to just content, there's just running list of to-do items for the company. So one of the things that I did the other day was create a business plan. Part of that business plan, I started thinking about the revenue models, what I would need to set up in order to, say, start selling digital products. And so I just need to have a running to-do list like that. And then I should also set up research. I don't think this is going to be on Claude. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. On specific industries and news that can potentially shape business decisions. And then, yeah, those are just, I didn't read everything. I'll probably read just like that much for this list. So, let me see. Building a multi-platform content management system. Yeah, so I gave Claude some of my ideas and say, okay, if this was it, how would you create it? I also asked Claude, should I actually use Notion and Claude? And they said, yeah, do it. Don't do it all in Claude. Objective, I guess. All right. Idea bank content briefs, master content calendar, content briefs. Okay. Back to the recommended structure. Let me give you feedback and additional notes. All right. I hope you're working too. Okay. Idea bank. Social media platform. Podcast, blog, newsletter. Fleshed out. Depending on the content form, it will require different information. Will it? Cool. Depending on the call. Will have different requirements. Okay. Master calendar should only be for class. Workspace. This is a nice touch. Podcast hub. Should we do a hub for every platform? That might be necessary, even if they call upon the same brief. Just like make it easy. Episode briefs? Guest intake. I guess my question is, like, for briefs, does it make sense to... Oh, you know what? Okay. Actually, I'm thinking, or I'm wondering whether each brief should have its own post-production release sheet that includes specific platforms, YouTube fields, and metadata may differ from Instagram. The key here is that we don't want to overcomplicate things. We do need to maintain like guidelines for each platform. Episode tracker. I don't know if we need an episode tracker. Maybe we do. Should we have a list view of content released? Simple tracking. Perhaps. Of title, date, and link. Although this might just be applicable for podcast and YouTube. Other two. Podcast intake form is important. A tracker for, guest contact, like reach out, response, show, payment, or, thank you gift, that kind of stuff. Okay. I already have ideas on the podcast guest intake form too, so that's good. Templates library, podcast intake form, brand brief template, client onboarding template. Okay. We'll also need to create templates for each platform that agents can help draft. Client work, client A, client B, client C. Okay. There also needs a client work system calendar. Who responded and have appointments. Product management. Oh, each client has their own project management, or like account, and each project has its own needs. Similarly, each platform content release is its own project. Or should the project be at the proof level? For example, topic A can be made into a series of 4 on video, but 1 on blog. How to handle? Ow. Okay. Waylu Workspace. Asset tracker. Ooh. Asset tracker for client work is important too. Okay, now let's get into this. How much time do we have left? 8 minutes. Magic masks, Claude. I do have to do something similar to Claude, but I just don't want to deal with Claude right now. Okay. Based on form, guidelines, brand. Business ideas. To do, or like task list. Must be mapped to a specific project or initiative. So that organizational structure is crucial to think through. So, notes, database with many different things, separated by type and topic or topics. Does Notion have topics on pages? Document list of videos created and comments. Huh? Why? Okay. List of podcast drain convos for sourcing. Sourcing could be helpful to track related to client work too. Personal versus company brand, project management, list of creator funds, grants, and awards, list of like project much. Did I say this? Oh, okay. I'm thinking, like, do I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Running list items to do for research. That's also a note. Okay. Draft titles and captions. I'm just gonna feed this and see how they go. I have a lot of like information here on within those templates, within specific templates, what are some things to note? So I do have that idea. Value outside of full numbers. Save time, save money, or make someone money. Okay? That is how you're gonna do a... Okay, so I actually wrote down a list of what Jeff has. So he has like the headquarters, notes, projects, areas, resources, and archive. I actually learned through Simon today this concept of, yeah, it's still working. Para concept? Tiago? Let's see, where is Para method? Organizational method developed to structure digital information and activities based on actionability rather than the traditional categorical sorting. Whew, let's see. Workflowy. Okay, projects being the most actionable category and archives the least. Projects is where your active projects will go. Defined as a collection of tasks that are connected to a goal and have a set deadline. These are concrete activities. Areas of responsibility with no set deadline, so things like finances, writing, sales, and health. Oh, that's why Jeff was talking about that. Got it. New projects will generally come from this section as a result of the continual upkeep. Resources, holding information around topics that are interesting or useful to you. As the name suggests, these are information that you would like to keep and refer to in the future. Also very true, because like I have that one ask of like, keep track of research of these different things. That actually turns into an agent because you want someone to do that research for you. But then I need to not think about agents right now. I'm just thinking about what do I need to track? What is that system where the agents and myself and any human team members will end up working on? Okay, and archives. Just-in-time organization. I'm going to put this in the description box below if you want to take a look at this a little bit more. Okay, I also saw that Medium. Oh, who's this? Why is it Elon Musk there? Okay. Like a minute and 20.
Let me introduce.
Oh, that's Tiago Verde. Why does he look like Elon Musk a little bit? Proyectos, áreas, recursos, archivos. Anyone else who thinks like, looks like, saving this video link into resources interest folder, which is actually perfect because a lot of the things that I'm building, I actually have some variation of it in Google Drive so that I could work with my business partner, but I think Google Drive's a little bit hard. It's still very, very manual. Like, I would love to just Part 1, Part 2. Alright, I will... Para is excellent as an Evernote user from V1. Recommendation, look into using fewer notebooks and more tags. Ooh, I need to search up Notion for their tags. I actually never thought about what is the right way to use or create tags to make it sustainable, right? There are no tags. Alright, wait. You know what? I'm just gonna show you guys what has... Wait a minute. Notion tags. Is there no simple way that does not have a dedicated tags? Are you sure? Because, you know, it looks like you can use them to tag each other. Because it looks like what Claude said is Notion has tags. So I need to talk to Notion a little bit more on citing their sources. I think that's definitely important. Okay. And I've designed to design the full architecture. Let me address the key design decisions first, then give you the full structure with descriptions. Okay. I like this. You're gonna address blah. Okay. Brief equals project. Yeah. Platforms equals deliverables within it. Topic A, or like ideal one, is one brief. All live under the same brief. This keeps things clean without over-engineering. The brief if the platform posts are children of it. Platform hubs, not separate databases. Just houses that. I mean, that's exactly what the word hubs is, but okay. Post-production release sheet. Fields on the brief, not a separate database. YouTube needs title, description, multi-select prop. Okay, you know what? Fair. That is what my search did say. Multi-select properties function as tags on any database. That's fine. I don't know if I agree with the first one, but let's see the structure. Workspace, start here. Content system. So wordy. Details like low friction fields. No need to tell people what has. Based on this feedback, how would you coach yourself so that okay, content released. If the master content calendar has a field with released or a checkbox, could help filter out Okay. Let's make me big. That is me big. Okay. I did relaunch. I don't know why it's asking me to relaunch. Okay, platform guidelines. One page for. Yeah, here's another thing that is like when you're, because I'm setting up the Claude and the Notion, Simon said it is more useful to run the two and set up the architecture for both in parallel, because you don't want to keep on unnecessarily calling Notion through Claude. You're just going to waste your credits. So I thought that was a really interesting point. I think this leads to something else, which is how to know when to use what. But that's a question for down the line, not right now. Dream guest list, guest CRM, episode tracker, CRM, right, client projects. Asset tracker. Business ideas, projects, initiatives, task board. Grants, funds, notes. What is this? Business. Okay. What to build first? Templates library. Creating the architecture with the Para method by, what is his name again? Tiago. Tiago Forte. Oh, I am so sorry. This video is running a little bit long. I will end it here. I will see you guys next time. I will just make an update on my podcast, or maybe in the next video. If you're curious, I'll try to remember to put it in like comments below. I don't know if I can comment a photo, but I'll give an update to how the rest of my thing is going. Probably just gonna do another 10 minutes and I'm gonna call it a day.